When a customer first calls in, I'm excited. It takes a lot to get the phone to ring, to either get a referral from somebody or for advertising to work and that customer to call in. So, I think it's essential that somebody is answering the phone right away, not letting it go to voicemail, doing everything we can to capture that lead right away. Early on in the process, I do want to qualify my customer. I want to talk to them a little bit about what we do for lighting, what our process is going to look like, even go through estimated cost ranges. So I don't want to waste their time or my time by spending hours with a customer and they think it's going to be a $500 lighting project and I'm quoting a $20,000 lighting project. So I want to build that into the process early on is to talk a little bit about pricing, but it's not I'm not trying to push every customer away. I'm trying to talk to the customer and educate them because a lot of times people just don't know what the cost is going to be on lighting. Our response from our customers is they really appreciate our response that we have with them. We go into it as an educational platform. We understand they're looking for to learn about lighting. They may get 3 or 4 different quotes at times because they don't know what a good deal is, what the value is. And I just tell customers, we get a lot of leads coming in, we have a lot of designs that we're working on. We're not the right fit for everybody. And I understand that. I don't mind, especially early on, if they determine that we're not going to be a good fit. Either our cost is too high or whatever reason it may be. I want to value their time and I'm also very busy myself. So I want to make sure that our time spent together is as efficient as possible. I want to spend time educating them on what I know about lighting. I've been doing this for 26 years. And my feeling is I've got about 30 to 40 minutes of their full attention. And so I really want to first spend that time on the phone to set up what we're going to do on our appointment and then what the appointment's going to look like and the process we're going to follow. And we do want to have a very methodical process that we do every single time so that we can repeat it and duplicate it and grow our business. On that initial call, it can be difficult to determine if the customer is a real customer or just somebody that's just shopping around. I do want to try and figure out, first of all, what drew them to think about lighting? How did they hear about my company? But what is the reason that they're looking to install a landscape lighting system, have us design and install the entire thing? Our process has changed over the years. At the beginning, I was answering the phone. And so I would be out in the field installing, the phone would ring. I'd have to kind of prep myself, get my mind set, and answer the phone. And I have to be honest, there were times that I just let it go to voicemail and didn't think that would hurt my business, and it hurts your business because a lot of times customers will just move on to the next potential lighting company. The initial phone call is really just setting the stage for their at-home presentation. So what we want to do is talk a little bit about what they're looking for in lighting, what they want to accomplish, what areas they may be looking for. Are they looking to do it all at one point, or are they looking to do it in stages? How did they find out about our company? And ultimately, what do they want to achieve in their lighting that we install? From that point, we schedule the appointment. And we're very clear on scheduling appointments, when they're going to happen, and what the process is going to look like. How long is it going to take? We ask customers if we can to have all decision makers there, but that's not always possible. One thing that I believe is time is not your friend. So as soon as we have the appointment, we really want to get the actual meeting fairly close to that time frame. I don't want to wait 2 weeks or 3 weeks till we meet with that client because things can change, their priorities can change, or they might decide to just not do lighting at this point. So we want to be able to, if we take a call, we schedule appointments, typically going to be 2 or 3 days out, that we'll come out and meet with that customer in person. Once we've established that, we are going to have points of contact that we're going to send them through email communication or text messaging. That's just going to talk a little bit about who our company is, let them know a little bit about the successes we've had in the past, maybe some neighbors' homes we've done, and an appointment reminder. We feel that appointment reminder is so important because if I'm going to drive an hour to go meet a customer, I want to make sure that they're there. From my standpoint, what I want to do is I want to make sure I'm early. I don't care what customers say. If I'm waiting on somebody to come to my house and they show up late, it's annoying to me. And our clients tend to be successful people. They value their time, and so I want to be at least 10 minutes early, and I want to get myself ready for my appointment. What I do on the process is I start researching that customer. So I'm going to go online, look at their home. There's so much information. So I could, a lot of times through the real estate websites, look at the inside of their home, where their windows might be, what viewing angles. might look like, and I'm also going to study the outside of their house. I don't want to show up to the project unprepared. I actually want to start having some plans, some ideas, and really make the appointment as valuable as possible. So those are all things we're doing before the appointment to make sure we have the time set, that I show up on time, and when I do show up, I'm early, my truck is cleaned off, I look professional. Early on in my days when I was coming straight from an install, I had dirty boots, dirty jeans, and just a golf shirt on, and I didn't look professional, I didn't look like a designer. So I now, either myself or my designers will come out and they'll get ready. They'll actually look nice, they'll have a nice button-down shirt, they have clean shoes or boots on. So we want to present ourselves in a professional way.